Pacers are up 2-0 against the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I was really supposed to make a video before the series started or after the first game, but here we are. And both of these games were cinema. I'm not gonna lie, both these games were cinema. Both these games were great games. I will say the first game was absolute cinema. The second game was, some cool little cinema. You know what I'm saying? The first game was different. The first game was actually insane. Between all the shot making, the clutch plays, the random occasional defensive plays that make you stand out, even though because they were not playing no type of defense the entire game. Freaking Aaron Nesmith shooting 6 threes in a row. Jalen Brunson and Cat absolutely dogging freaking everybody. Cat was dogging, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cat was dogging. Jalen Brunson shot making outside of, the last possession of the game. Tyrese Haliburton with the choke, you know what I'm saying? Or Tyrese Haliburton in general, like hooping. TJ McConnell. Game 2, it was honestly, it was even like really matched most of the game. Sometimes I had to turn the game off, turn back on. I'm not gonna lie, I would expect somebody to take a big lead, but literally it would be maybe lead by like 1 or 2, 3, 4. The game was just within reach the entire time, it felt like. But even though in the first half the Pacers played worse, the Pacers were playing like dog water, but it literally only Pascal Siakam was hooping, but they still kept the game within close. And then the second half, things started opening up for everybody else. Tyrese, Nesmith, Nembhard, TJ McConnell. It doesn't matter, wasn't active. He got injured. I think he got injured, but he wasn't active. But Ben Shepherd was doing his thing. Games started opening up for everybody else in the Pacers. Meanwhile, on the Knicks side, it was Brunson. It was, I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember who else. Mikal Bridges a little bit. Yeah, he was doing something like OG Anunoby occasionally. Even if it just felt like it was more shared of the wealth on the Pacers side. And then defense-wise, I think the defense was a little better this game for sure. I mean, they scored like 130 something last game, so obviously Siakam just kept cooking, and then he scored less going into like later in the game, which is what allowed, I feel like, the Knicks to creep back into the game. After they got, I think, like a 10-point lead at some point, but Knicks got back into the game. But it was pretty stressful watching it, like pretty stressful watching that as a person supporting the Pacers in the situation, secure the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, log in. These boys gotta come back. These boys almost came back, but hey, they thug it out. Yeah, Aaron Nesmith came up clutch again. Tyrese came up clutch with his playmaking. Hit a tough shot also in the fourth quarter. A much needed 3. Jalen Brunson. I don't know about that 30-footer at the end of the game. That was kind of suspicious. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see what he was going for with that shot right there. I see what he was going for. It was like he was just trying to get an open shot off. There wasn't that much time left on the clock. Maybe try to get not 2 from 1, but yeah, maybe try to just score quickly. It was a little bit far out. There was a little bit of time to maybe run a play. You get somebody a better shot than that, even to get yourself a better shot than that. But I understand what he was going for, and if he made it, it would have been like, okay, ballsy shot, but great, good take. That was just not the shot in that situation. It was just like, there was an earlier time where like Pascal did like some crazy move. I was like, bro, is that the shot? But then I saw that he had 37 points. I was like, okay, maybe that is a shot. Like, maybe that is a shot. Yeah, I think, it's gonna keep going down to late game execution for all these games because these teams are so evenly matched. The Knicks came back from down 15, down 20, and that's how the series multiple times. The freaking Pacers came back from down 20 multiple times. So yeah, this is gonna come down to late game execution, which at this point, I think everyone can agree that the Pacers are just better at late game execution. Even before this game, and honestly before the series started, but definitely before this game, I had the Pacers winning in 6. After this game, I definitely had the Pacers winning the series and winning in 6. I still think the Knicks can win 2 in a row or just 2 in general, but I do not see the Knicks winning the series with how deep the Pacers are, how many players they can have effective, even if one of their key players isn't scoring well, like Tyrese, Pascal, Siakam, Nembhard, or Miles Turner aren't really scoring well. People pick up the slack. Even Miles Turner picked up the slack later on in the game. He hits the crucial shots and free throws. So yeah, I just think because of that depth they have on their team, there is no way, zero, that the Knicks win this series, in my opinion. I think they're gonna win a couple games, but Pacers is 6, boy. Yeah, in the OKC video coming out right after this.
Thank you. Bye-bye.